Yeah.
So basically, how's the offseason been for you so far?
It's been cool. I haven't maybe left the house maybe twice.
Really?
Yeah, I've been just of course reliving like the last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 of the season, and as a professional athlete, top of the mountain.
I mean, has it sunk in yet that you have a title?
Yeah, and it's funny because today I looked at the calendar. It's the 15th, and I was probably working out again this week, like getting ready. And of course, you always want to put yourself in position to win it again.
Well, I mean, they also, that was one of the few things I remember you said at the exit meeting that they stressed, like, remember the gym,
Yeah, well, yeah, anytime, but this is a special time because you want to, you want to be able to relive that dream.
This time for you right now, it's a weird time, I would imagine, because there's so much personal triumph, and then you're mixing in a lot of business.
Don't really mix, to kind of stay away from it. Agent Jefferson, he gets a little upset with me.
Right.
He gets revved up, gets really aggressive, and starts taking it to the hole, right? And,
when you talk about it, or
no, just in general, I try to separate the two because they mix it, but they really don't mix, because no one says that it's going to go 100% like your way,
right,
or their way. You know what I mean? And I think what's hard to do as the individual, as Lamar, is like you never want to have it carry over. Right. You know what I'm saying? So why get attached? That's why we have representation.
And is that tough though? I mean, because it is personal.
Well, this is my 10th year in the league, third contract, or that rookie contract, which you said, and the second one. So you kind of like know what to expect, right? We see our peers and everyone go through it. Of course, we follow along what's going along with the economic situation right now that we're in America and everything that's going on in the world. And it is what it is.
Are you happy with how things are going so far?
It is what it is, right? You take a businessman, a businessman or anybody that has a business mind wants the most money as possible.
Right.
Right? So if someone said, you know what, I want you to do stories for me, and I'll give you $1 million a story. And then someone came to you and said, you know what, I want you to do stories for me, but I'm only going to give you $50 a story.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? But if you know what everybody else's story is going for, right, and who everybody else is writing stories and doing some of the same things you're doing, and they're getting paid, then you're gonna know where you're gonna like fall in. Right. So I know where I fall in, and nothing's been done, like to embarrass me or discredit me. So I feel
like going along the analogy though that you're running with. If say somebody offered me that price for the story, but said the odds of a Pulitzer coming out of it, or in your case, the odds of a title.
Championship, we try to do what's best for like both sides, like what's fair, and that's what negotiation is about. And it doesn't happen all the time, like overnight.
But it's still feeling, in terms of like everyone keeping cool heads, stuff like that.
I mean, it's business, so it's part of it. You know how people get a little. Sure. I mean, you can have a brother, sister, grandfather, but then when you start talking about money, it gets like a little like, no, you know what I mean? Yeah. You're talking about contracts, like.
Right. Next 3 to 5 years of your life.
They always, one day it's this and one day it's that.
I mean, you would talk though so much throughout the year and even last year about wanting to stay here. Are you still feeling that way in terms of wanting to still be a Laker?
Yeah, I mean, like the situations around the league aren't that much different for anyone. You know what I mean? As a 29-year-old athlete, you just like securing your legacy. Right. As a basketball player and as a / businessman, because you only have the window of opportunity is closing to do business and basketball.
In the meantime, though, your longtime friend Ron's here.
Yeah, That's incredible. I spoke to him the day before he signed.
Yeah, I mean, he's talked about both how excited he is to play here and also the idea of playing with you. Yeah. Is that something that you've pictured too, the idea of playing at this level with somebody that you've known this long?
I always saw it coming back full circle around with someone that I grew up with or was close with, whether it was, you know, Elton. Happened early in my career with Elton. Like, we wound up playing with each other. That was crazy. Knew it would come back around. I always really enjoyed, you know, playing with Ron Artest. And he's so good. You know, sometimes you have certain players that compliment each other. I mean, we were really young. We really calling each other. You had this one tall, lanky, you know, finesse kid, and then you had this one tall but stout, like, you know, in your face, like I'm going through you type of, you know what I mean, defender that Ron was. And, I mean, we've always complimented each other. And, you know, you add him to this team, of course.
Does that make the, I guess, for lack of a better word, the temptation to remain here, just the idea of being able to put that together?
Yeah, of course. But, you know, those two things are like separate from business and the love of the game. Like, you know what I mean? This is just completely. Spoke to Ron 2 days before he signed, the day before he signed. I told him that, you know, playing basketball for the best brand of basketball, which is the Lakers, is something that he needs to experience. Playing basketball in LA is something that he needs to experience. Incredible opportunity on the court, of course, off the court. Like the network and the people you can meet. Opportunities are limitless, and the opportunity to win, the opportunity to play with a that's better than you. You know, it's incredible, and it's important for everyone to experience. And this would be an amazing place for him. The next day or so he signed.
Has your life seemed different at all since you become a champion? I mean, do you?
I feel older. I feel like there was like a step toward maturity. You know, this is how you know, my movements and how I want to like plan everything and strategize and have it ready. I don't want to live in like chaos or so spontaneous. You know, as I used to be. I feel like my side is like leaving me slowly but surely.
Just because it's something that you've been chasing after and you finally have?
Probably it was a part of Lamar's growing process, of Lamar Odom's maturing process. You know, I think, you know, as a basketball player or just in life. Period.
Have you? I'm sure you've heard from tons of fans just that gratitude and them.
I really haven't been out much.
Really? Just even
at first, because it was overwhelming. The first couple of times I went out, it was overwhelming because people in LA were like so excited. You know what I mean? And I got to see them be excited, like, wow, Lamar, you're a good player, but I never got to see them excited, like, wow, Lamar, like, you're part of LA forever, we love you for that. You know what I mean?
Right.
I was like, ooh.
Did you ever really even realize how much it meant to them before that?
Of course not. You know? You can't until you're in it. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, oh man, you know, this town loves to be the best.